Are you ready to dive into the ultimate strategy for maximizing profits while minimizing risk? Buckle up because I've discovered something mind-blowing. Picture this: a trading strategy that's an absolute game changer, capable of delivering minimal risk and maximum reward. I mean, who wouldn't want that, right? Get ready to feast your eyes on these incredible backtesting results. I put this strategy to the test on the price movements of Forex major pairs, all within a super intense 30 time frame. And guess what? It generated a whopping 25 signals, with a jaw-dropping 20 of them turning out to be winners. Now, hold on a second. I'm not claiming that we'll always have an 80% win ratio because, let's be real, that's impossible. But what I can tell you is that this strategy has some mind-blowing potential. I'm telling you, this is the real deal. Folks, it's an opportunity you don't want to miss out on. So why not give it a shot and see for yourself? Prepare to unleash your trading skills and let this strategy guide you towards extraordinary possibilities. It's time to step up your game and join me on this thrilling trading adventure. Let's go. Alright traders, it's time to dive back into our trading strategy. This incredible strategy works wonders in the Forex major pairs, and the absolute best time frames to focus on are the 5, 15, and 30-minute time frames. Now, let's walk you through the setup step by step. We've got only 2 awesome trading view indicators that we're gonna add, one by one. First up is the Zone Detector by Kalati. This tool is all about spotting those supply and demand areas in the market. While these zones can be super helpful, they're not exactly what we need for our strategy. So here's what we're gonna do. Open up the indicator settings, and in the style, disable the boxes as well as the labels, then use this opportunity and head over to the input. Change the previous period to 49 and volume change to 14. Now, pay attention because these buy and sell signals are a whole new ball game compared to your typical indicators. Normally, you'd see a regular buy or sell signal just like in the second indicator we'll be adding later. But here's the cool part. These indicators alternate their signals. That means after a signal to buy, you can bet your bottom dollar there'll be a signal to sell. So if you happen to miss a signal, no worries. Just hold tight and wait for the next one. It might pop up when the trend is over. Unlike your average indicator, this indicator can fire off a whole bunch of buy or sell signals in a row, and that can actually work in our favor. It's like having a bunch of opportunities lined up for you. So get ready to seize those opportunities and make some serious moves. Now it's time to dive into the second indicator. And this one's gonna be epic. We're adding the Super Bollinger Trend, created by the incredible Zeller man. This indicator is gonna take our buying and selling game to the next level. The Super Bollinger Trend indicator is like a fusion of two superstar technical analysis tools, Bollinger Bands and Supertrend. By bringing them together, we get a complete view of the market, considering both volatility and trend orientation. It's all about understanding potential shifts in trends. Now, let's make some tweaks to this indicator to maximize our profits in the market. When you head over to the indicator settings panel, I want you to do a few things. First, change the period to 49. This adjustment will supercharge your trading strategy. Second, let's uncheck the zigzag option. We won't be needing it for this particular strategy. Moving on to style, we're gonna uncheck the label, lines, and table. Clean and simple. And voila, those are the settings we need. Our strategy is now locked and loaded, ready to dominate the market. Now listen up, I've got a mind-blowing strategy here that's gonna blow you away. Seriously, once you grasp this strategy, it's gonna feel like magic. Check it out, my friends. Any old strategy you try in this wild market will completely destroy your precious trading capital. Look at this mess. The sells aren't profitable, the buys aren't profitable, and these buys. Total disasters. You'd be drowning in losses, my friend. But hold on tight because I'm about to drop a strategy bomb that'll save you from all this market madness. Buckle up and get ready to change the game because once you master this strategy, you won't even consider making a single trade in these market conditions. Now, let's get down to business. It's time to identify how we buy and sell in this volatile market. So, to validate a buy signal, first, we need our Super Bollinger Trend moving average to turn green. That's the signal indicating the start of a new bullish trend. It's important to keep an eye out for the change from red to green. Please, if you are enjoying our videos, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, as it motivates us on the hunt for the Holy Grail. Moving on. Now, every bullish trend experiences a retracement, and we need to wait for a price action pullback to enter the next upward wave. We'll use the Zone Detector to identify these pullbacks. How do we do that? Well, while we're still in the bullish trend with the green moving average, we look for a sell label. When we spot one, it's time to pay attention. Here comes the interesting part. Next, we want to see a buy label while our Super Bollinger Band is still green. This indicates that the new bullish super trend has completed its retracement. This is when we look for an opportunity to enter a long position. Okay guys, we've got our buy signal after the sell signal, and remember, we're still in a bullish trend as indicated by the green moving average. Now, here's what we do next. We enter a long position at the trigger candlestick. You can set your stop loss at the recent swing low or use an indicator like the ATR indicator to determine your stop loss levels. For taking profits, we'll aim for 1.5 times what we risked in the market. Since we're riding the trend, we don't want to be too exposed when a trend reversal happens. Look, here's another buy signal. The main concept of this strategy is that we only take one trade per established trend signal on the Super Bollinger Band. Once we take the first buy after meeting our entry conditions, we don't take any more trades until the existing trend ends. That's when the Super Bollinger Trend indicator shows a change in direction. We do it this way to avoid being exposed in the market for too long and falling into traps at the end of a trend. And look, it worked. We successfully made 1.5 times what we risked in the market. Amazing, right? Now let's dive into how we approach sell label trades. It's essentially the opposite of our buy entries. First, we wait for the Super Bollinger Trend moving average to turn red. That tells us we're entering a new bearish trend. Just like I mentioned before, our Super Bollinger Trend has now turned red, indicating a bearish trend. Remember, once we take a trade based on our conditions, we don't take any more trades until we receive a new trend signal. So, right now, we're looking to enter a sell position. To do that, we wait for a buy label signal while we're still in the bearish trend with the red moving average. Once we have that buy signal, we look for a sell position when the next sell label appears on the chart. Look, right here we got a buy label signal. So, if the next signal is a sell, that's when we enter trades. But if the next signal is another buy, we avoid taking any trades on this established bearish trend and wait for the Super Bollinger Trend to change to a new trend move. Let's see what the next signal brings. Alright, guys, the next signal is a sell after the previous buy. This is when we take our trades. Place your trades at the trigger candlestick, set your stop loss at the recent swing high, and for taking profits, aim for 1.5 times what you risked in the market. We're sticking with the trend to minimize exposure in case of a reversal. Let's see how this trade plays out. And as you can see, it's simple and profitable. This strategy allows for plenty of good trades in the market. The best part is you can use it with different major Forex pairs and stocks. Now let's move on and look for new valid entries and common mistakes to avoid in the market. We've successfully executed this bearish trade, so no more trades on this bearish trend. We'll wait for the next bullish trend before considering a new trade if our conditions are met. Look, we've entered a new bullish trend according to the Super Bollinger Trend. Now we wait for a sell signal on the Zone Detector before entering trades. See, we have a sell signal here. We'll wait for the buy signal since our trend indicator is still bullish. Let's wait and see if we get a buy signal to confirm the next entry. There's a change in trend. So no signal taken on this trend. We'll wait for the next setup. So go out there, find that perfect stock or Forex pair you want to trade, and start backtesting this strategy on them. That wraps up today's trade. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.